Welcome to Bottom Line Sports Talk. I'm George Abraham. You know my partner Albert Kempman. You know, we kid about it, but now we've had the first snowfall, and the teams that are still playing have really done well. And if you happen to get to Thanksgiving and have practice, you had a great year.
Yep. These teams already had great years, George, and we want to give tribute to them, no question about it. Springfield, what a year they've having again, led by Bo Brungard. Jumped to a 17-0 lead, to a 30-13 victory. Brungard had amazing stats, 248 yards on the night, rushing, 150 in the first half. And then my boy Bo Snyder, who doesn't get a lot of ink because of Brungard, he came in with a big game with 70 yards rushing and 2 touchdowns. And once again, their defense holds Columbia Station to 13 points. Good luck to Springfield as they move on into the playoffs. We also have South Range, George, moving on. They moved to the regional final also with a tight 15-12 win over Louisville. That's the way it happens, George. You have to have some kind of competition during the year because the games get closer. And if you're all blowouts and all of a sudden you're in one of those games.
You look around and you're 9-14. And
yeah, what do we do?
No, that's the first thing I would do if I had any open dates. Tell my AD, listen, get somebody good. See, I fault these teams across the border over here trying to worry about winning 10 games.
I talked to my brother about it
Find
today.
out when South Range is open. Find out when Ursuline's open. Find out when, whoever is open.
Right.
And say, hey, we'd like to play you.
You have to do it if you have, but you listen.
If you have any aspirations.
No, coaches know. Don't think they don't know if they have a good team or not.
No.
They know. They can look down in ninth grade and say, I got good players coming through here. And we'll talk about a good team. South Range, who won 15-12, was going to play Kirtland. I remember Kirtland bringing their program along when I was coaching in Ohio, and all of a sudden they exploded. And now they're good every year. You have to go through Kirtland to win, George. That's just the way it goes. I think last year they got whooped by Kirtland, didn't they? I think that
24 points.
24 points last year. So they know what they're going into. So you got to play about 7 times better than you played all year. South Range undefeated is capable of it.
No mistakes.
Yeah, zero mistakes.
No turnovers.
Can't do it. Talking about a team that's favored, though, is Warren JFK. They're the favorite coming in, I believe. 35-7 win. Antoine Brown, once again, a tremendous game with 4 touchdowns. Warren JFK is always. They won a state championship a couple years ago, and they're always in the hunt. They're like Kirtland. And so good luck to those 3 teams as they move forward. We also have a team we want to give tribute to, the Crestview boys soccer team, best season in school history. Came home with a 4-2 loss in the state finals. I'll say this: when you get to the Division II, III state championship, you've had a heck of a year, George.
No, these teams are all best of the best. You can't sneak through. You could win a game. You can't sneak through a tournament of 16 teams.
Not the state of Ohio, because George says it all the time. This is Rhode Island.
No, these teams.
You have to be great to get this far in Ohio.
Absolutely.
And we want to give credit to Mitchell Auer, who has scored a pair of goals in the loss for the Rebels. And now we get to a team that's still trying to grow in the college ranks. That's what you can see as they played at home against North Dakota State. They still are miles away from being the YSU that we followed with Jim Tressel. People are still talking about that today. They're not close. They are not close. Coach Phillips is trying to copy the recipe. I think he's going to have to add more to that recipe, George, as the North Dakota State whoops them 49-17. The league is just too strong for YSU right as it stands right now.
No, you've talked about this before. You've mentioned the competition in the
Amazing.
league. I would think that also this idea that you could stay local. I think
Can't do it.
You can't do that. And if you don't use the portal, you're not going to be there long.
Yeah. So, Coach Phillips, we would love to have you come on the show and tell us how you're doing it that way. Because we respect you. I've heard nothing but great things about you and the community and what you're trying to do. But 2-7 in that league and not showing major improvement, which worries me. That's the thing that worries me.
Let's talk about that for a minute. That's the wrap right down the road at Pitt. Basketball, not football. Football, if he goes 10-2, he's fine. Basketball, usually the first year you're kind of dealing with someone else's problems. Like you said, we flip the light on. It's Coach Phillips, we're fine. Mm-hmm. But 2-3 years down the road, if it's getting worse, it's an issue, and Pitt basketball is getting worse.
Yeah, my worry with YSU football is not Coach Phillips' coaching. It's what I've heard him say, that he's not going to use the portal, and he wants to build a fence around it, this area. That was usable when Coach Tressel was
Those
here.
powerhouses at Ursuline, powerhouses.
Mooney was just
at Mooney,
at that time.
Fitch. I remember coming to see Fitch 30, 40 years ago.
Yeah, packed house.
When Massillon came over.
Yeah. So and that was an interesting statement to make, that he wants to do everything he can that what Coach Tressel did. I am just saying it's not the same era.
Well, let's do it in the national. Then we'll start our NCAA football. Texas, living in the past, thinking that every local kid wants to play for the long one.
I thought Sark would turn around.
But I don't think you're wrong yet.
No, I do. I'll tell you why I think he's wrong. He still has not learned. Doesn't have the makeup to handle losing. He's losing his team.
Have you heard the thing on the bus last week with the assistant?
No. That's part of it then, right?
It's worse than anything you've ever heard. He's daring them, calling them.
Sark's doing that to him.
The assistant is telling him to leave right now and get in the portal.
Well, telling his players.
Screaming.
Okay.
Every other word.
So assistant, not him, but so he has no control of his assistants either.
That's the other thing.
Yeah, but I'm just saying I'm wrong with regards to two things. Sorry, we're off top subject here.
No.
Two things. Number one, it's now proven to me, 100%, not 99%, that I could go to Alabama and be a great offensive coordinator.
I think you'd be.
No. It's proven. Every single guy that's been there.
Yeah.
Every single one.
And then they leave.
And then they don't do the same thing when
Let's
they
talk about that for a minute while we're on to college. It's like the Youngstown job is analogous to where, when Tressel was here, every local kid wanted to play for YSU. Texas is they don't want to play for, don't play for Texas. Right. They'll also go play for TCU, A&M.
No, they'll go for, if you're the Raven, they'll go play for Alabama. No, and they'll go play for
Oklahoma.
Iowa State.
Yeah.
No, that's what I'm saying.
But this local area is the same. And if you don't think the MAC's any good, you haven't been watching.
The MAC's really good. See, before YSU,
they
get players that were going to the MAC.
Absolutely.
No, they're not getting many.
No.
Yeah, but I'm positive that the Sark, because it's Alabama, and number two, his makeup, he's went the pot again. I mean, when you lose your mind, you have to have a strong upbringing and a strong thought process that, we might not be winning now. I'll tell you the guy, I sent this out today, the ultimate guy on that, in my coaching career, is Chuck Knoll. His first year, he was 1-13, and he looked at him, and I read a great story, I'll send it to you, George, that he found the Houston playbook in the locker room. And Joe Green said that's the thing that changed our thought process. That he says, we play them twice in the next 4 weeks. He threw it in the trash can. He says, I'm not here to what Houston's doing. I'm here to show what we're going to do in a couple years from now.
And he was a fundamental
totally to the
maven.
nth degree. And that Joe Green said we looked at him and said, wait a minute, he could be cheating right now to win.
He wants to win the right way.
He wants to win the right way.
And long term.
Long term.
See,
Sarkisian doesn't have that.
See, Slocum was the best. We had him on here one day.
You remember what he said?
Where were my feet? That's the job I want right now.
Right now, I'm coaching
100%. The job where my feet are.
Yes, that's right.
And I said to myself, that's the kind of guy you want.
When he was in Geneva, he made Geneva a powerhouse. When he went to Gannon, he made it power. Went to YSU. I know you don't believe it, but he had the best records of anybody. Mm-hmm. And we're hoping Coach Calhoun does now. Yeah. But that's what Coach Slocum did.
I tell you, I watched that game the other night. I don't know what to say. I mean, the two best players left. I don't care.
They came back and won the next game by 25, so I'll give them credit.
And I looked at it, and I think Penn State, I can't tell yet.
No, Big Ten.
Too much portal.
Yeah.
But the bottom line is I'm willing to give them a chance.
You got to.
You have to give them a chance.
Yeah.
What is this, third, fourth year?
Yeah, I think about third or fourth year.
Okay, so it's getting there.
The portal hurts, though. You're right. When you lose players, it's hard.
Once again, here's what we'll say. You can't lose the best guys. No. You want something riff-raff off the bench going, probably, here, where do I
You want to get rid of them, yes.
Yeah, but you don't lose your two top scorers.
Yeah.
Okay, let's look at NCAA football. Let me see. Sun comes up in the East. Is that one of those sure things or something like that? Oklahoma's going to lose. And he won't let me pick them, and I've quit. I've learned my lesson.
I said on the show all year.
They're going down.
I said they're losing to somebody. Yeah. I don't know. I didn't know it was going to happen last Saturday at Baylor. But they were going to lose somewhere. And because they're just not good enough. I've seen the great Oklahoma teams.
Let me say this about Lincoln Riley, too. I don't know if it's that pretty boy thing he has, like the guy with the Cardinals. I'm tired of this only coaching one side of the ball.
He's always done that.
And this guy, and same with Shanahan there at the 49ers. He hasn't won a home game. Now, here's this guy. They're talking about the genius and this. How about playing some defense? He's responsible for. He's not just responsible for the offense.
No, he's the head of the whole team. He's the head of the whole team.
And we never see. Let's talk about that. And okay, adios, Big 12. Definitely out of the tournament. Doesn't matter. Baylor, Oklahoma State. Oklahoma
I'll
comes
be
back.
shocked.
No.
If I see one route, I do.
Who loses?
Oklahoma State.
If they win out,
they went out and beat Oklahoma twice, or beat whoever it is.
Okay,
twice.
no, I got you.
And now they have to have some
help.
And but if Oklahoma State wins
why
out,
couldn't Oregon lose to Utah?
No, that's it.
They could lose to Utah.
No, that could happen. So now all of a sudden there's an opening.
I think that's where Cincinnati's best hope is, by the way.
Oh yeah, Cincinnati's home for hope, but that helps out there. It really is.
Oh no.
And also Notre Dame winning has helped Cincinnati along the way too.
They're going to be 11-1
It's
again.
helped. That's helped.
Hey, and by the way, I'm still holding my breath to them keeping them out of the tournament. If they go 11-1, we have a surprise at number 4.
How about that happened? Notre Dame over Cincinnati.
Would you be shocked?
Yeah, I got to admit, Cincinnati beat them at Notre Dame.
Yeah,
I got to admit that.
All right, let's talk Ohio State. There's a team I've had my eye on for about 4 or 5 weeks. Looks like they're rolling again.
Their defense is better.
This Olave reminds me of the dudes from Alabama.
Yeah, they do have the best They have the best receivers in the country.
Well, we know Fleming.
No, what they really have though is, and we've talked about it on this show for 20 years. Their offensive line. They have 4 pros playing on the offensive line.
Yeah, just 4.
Yeah, Stroud goes back there and stands.
He's looking around.
Yes, and they said, why doesn't he run it? I said, because he hasn't had much time to throw. Why would he doesn't have to take off.
Why would he take off? And, here, I'll leave it at this. This is my final statement. Fleming doesn't play. I'll leave it at that.
I think about the best receiver in the country coming out. But I still think they're beatable. And there's one reason. I don't think their defense is.
You don't think they're tough?
Defensively. They're still, people can move the ball.
Michigan is going to try to run every play.
I don't think Michigan has enough talent to beat them.
No,
I'm talking about the playoff. In the playoffs.
Oh, you're talking about the Final Four.
I think
Georgia
Final Four.
can get them, Alabama.
I think the other teams can beat them. That's
okay.
What I'm thinking.
Okay. Now, once, and they can get in if they win out. But I think a loss for Oregon wouldn't hurt. Would you agree since they beat them at home?
I know you local fans want the Buckeyes in there. You're all Buckeyes.
Yeah.
But if Oregon wins out and Ohio State wins out and Ohio State goes into Oregon, I'll be upset. I saw Oregon.
I'll tell you, don't worry.
I saw Oregon beat them at their own place.
Yeah, I'll tell you, Utah's going to get them one of the 2 times. I don't know which time. We'll get them.
I think so, too.
Pitt's going to probably play for the ACC title. Big game Saturday. I'd be concerned. I turned the game on the other night.
Need Armstrong to play.
I haven't got snookered in a while. I got snookered because I saw that thing and going from 5 to 8. So I looked, though. He's on the field. You know how they all come out in sweats. Well, he's just.
He never changes sweats.
No. And I'm thinking, okay, but that tells me he's ready Saturday.
Well, he has to be.
Because they know they can't beat. They might not beat Pitt with him.
Yeah, that's true.
Certainly not beat him without him.
You'll see the difference. Pros, college, high school. If your first string quarterback goes out, and you have to go to it ruined Penn State's season, and now and Virginia had no chance against Notre Dame. Their defense played better than they played all year.
Played now. And let's add an amendment to that. Like, you're not going to have great backup quarterbacks as long as that portal is so available.
That's the other thing, is you may never have one again.
No.
That is the trouble, because nobody wants to wait their turn.
And like yesterday, Colt McCoy showed that's Colt McCoy.
Yeah, I know you like him.
But
he's
Colt
McCoy. He has
McCoy.
to handle the game. He can't win the game.
No.
Yes.
No. Utah and Oregon meeting 2 times in the coming weeks. That's bad. You know what it's really bad for? It's bad for the league because they're not going to get anybody in again.
That's happening again, yep.
Yeah, I almost feel bad for them. The one thing I did see, they think they got behind for the first time, Georgia. They got behind 7-0, but I watched that entire game, which is, I'd say I've seen them 4 times. It's going to take a great team because they're just a little better on defense than the others.
That's the answer.
And because the defense is so good.
Right.
Offense ain't lousy.
No, it's not. No. Georgia has athletes all over the field too. They've been in the top 3 in recruiting for 5 years in a row.
Absolutely.
Alabama, Ohio State are not great defensively.
No.
So if Georgia can put 31 points up, it's hard to score.
How about
they haven't given up more than 20 or something all year.
How about if old Whiskey keeps? They have a running back who's not 18 yet.
They beat the bad teams.
You don't notice when they come against Ohio State, they can't stop Ohio State.
Not a chance.
No way.
Not a chance.
Okay.
Wisconsin.
Okay, that's what I was wondering because they're going to finish 9-3.
Yeah, I know what they're going to, but I know who they beat.
Okay. Well, that West.
Rutgers.
No.
I'll say the same thing that Ohio State beat.
Yeah,
Rutgers, Illinois,
Purdue,
and no, there's one more.
Minnesota.
No, it ain't them either. It's somebody else.
No, but I'm
they
saying
play Minnesota last.
But that West.
There's one other team that's.
But that West, Nebraska,
Indiana.
That West. Indiana's in the East. So's Maryland. But
I think they beat them.
Yeah. That's bad football. Remember they were.
What do you think if Ohio State plays Wisconsin? Neutral.
11.5 minimum. More? You think more?
17 minutes.
Oh, there you go. Remember the year? Do you remember when they did first year Legends Leaders, and no one knew who was in which?
I still don't know.
No, but I'm saying it's pretty much East and West.
Gotcha.
But my point is, they need a reshuffle. All the good ones. Too many good ones.
Right now, they're all in the
Michigan, Michigan State, Ohio State, Penn State.
They're all in there.
Who would you ever play? Minnesota or Nebraska?
Oh, no.
Yeah, I agree. Now here's one. Florida almost. They almost put a for sale sign in his house.
I think it's for sale signs up anyway.
Yeah.
I think that put the thing. He fired his defensive coordinator.
That wasn't Stanford. It was Samford, Alabama.
It was 3-5. It'd be just sometimes those FCA sometimes they're 8-1.
North Dakota State beat anybody.
South
Dakota State beat anybody.
It isn't like they're any good, and he's gone. He fired his defensive coordinator, and they get 52 points. So I think he might look at the thing. It wasn't the defensive coordinator's fault.
It's me next.
Grantham laughing. He said, "You paid me all this money. Mm-hmm. You fired me. You found out it wasn't me."
Now here was the one though.
Oh, no question. I'm excited.
Was it 32 points?
I'm excited.
Was it 32-point underdog?
Oh, yes.
At Texas.
I'm so excited.
32.
I'm so excited.
What would that money line have been, Kat?
Oh, I don't know.
You could have retired. You wouldn't need to work.
Yeah.
Kansas?
I was scared they were going to lose in overtime. I was scared it was going to happen.
If the script followed, they'd have lost by overtime the 2 point.
That's what I thought was going to happen.
Didn't he put the ball in that guy's belly?
And he was a walk-on. Think about a guy that doesn't have a scholarship, catches the winning.
Yep.
Probably the biggest touchdown they've had in 3 years.
Oh, that might be their biggest touchdown since our boy was there, Mangino.
Yeah.
Hey, Michigan hopes are like I was watching that game almost the whole game. Every play rather. I went in the den and I was listening, and I thought, you know what? Something told me, even though Penn State was ahead, Michigan was going to make a play.
Boy, that's unusual. I don't think anybody else thought that.
Yeah, I did, and I wanted Penn State to win, kind of.
But I'm saying Michigan,
has not made one play.
Doesn't do it to the air. They
but really, he ran.
He was a big kid that could run.
Yeah, they didn't catch him. No, they didn't catch him. Yes. Let me say that.
Yeah.
Cincinnati again, but South Florida. I'll give them credit. A couple of these teams are going to be good in bowls. A couple of these teams, like if they get 6, they just go 6-6. Like South Florida, they can score. They're lousy, but man, they scored on Cincinnati.
They're so lousy.
Here's the one to keep an eye on in the bowls: the Mountain West.
You like that crew, huh?
Oh, juice. San Diego State, Nevada, Fresno, and Boise. What's wrong with those 4 teams?
Air Force is pretty good too.
Air Force, 30 or 15. Flintstone might get a better job out of that.
Oh, he is. He's going to get a job.
He had a heck of a game. We got Nevada has to win 2 now for me. That was a tough one the other night. They lost straight. Got to break Boston College. That's stinking Djokovic. If they had him all year, I wouldn't have to be sweating.
He's a great player. Yes.
Yeah.
We knew that in high school.
Yeah, we knew how good he was. I don't think I realized he is really good.
Yeah.
Baylor and Oak State, if they do and keep Oklahoma out of the title game, that'll be a big deal in terms of that because Oklahoma just assumes like that's their right to win that league. I think it's been 7-8 years in a row.
Yeah, and they're still there. They're still there.
They haven't lost yet.
They're still in the league, yeah.
No, I agree.
They just can't go to the playoffs.
And Notre Dame, like I said, if they go 11-1, pretty good year, but it makes Cincinnati look better. You got a point there.
Yeah. 2 things I see about that. Notre Dame's schedule was really pathetic.
When you look at but once again,
you don't know ahead of time. I know you're going to say
Southern Cal and Stanford.
Oh my.
They're dog poop.
No, I said right down the line, Navy.
Navy's no good. Navy's been good forever.
No, dog. Wisconsin, nothing.
No.
I mean, right down the line.
Virginia Tech's not having
no, pathetic.
Yeah. Virginia without a quarterback.
No, you don't know it. like George said, they make it.
Yeah, they made
in advance,
those. Yeah,
but they are. It turned out to be really bad.
No. I got submitted. Let's talk NFL. We got about 9 minutes or so. Baltimore loses Thursday at Miami and looked like they hadn't. Like, I don't know what Miami did, but sure, is there a blueprint there?
They're going to try, but I think the other team will get ready for it.
Okay,
that's what happens. You learn how to play.
All right, well, yeah. Cleveland. No, I don't know that I expected them to win up in New England. I can't say, but my God.
I did. I thought they'd win.
45-7.
They're Jekyll and Hyde, boy. One week they're great, next week they're not. I mean,
is Mayfield, is there a chance they won't re-sign him? Would you throw 30-some million at him?
Yeah, I would, because I know how bad the quarterbacks are in the league.
Okay, I got you.
If you can name me.
If I tell you who you're getting, in other words.
Yeah, there's
no, I get it. No, I get it. Pittsburgh tie Detroit. I think it's much, much better in a loss, especially the way the NFL counts losses.
I'll tell you why it's
in
not.
Standing.
Pittsburgh's schedule coming up, they have no chance.
Oh, no, they
had to win that game.
It's brutal schedule.
No, they had to win that game.
But if you look back in the beginning, you know how you do win, loss,
Right.
win like the regular fan.
Right.
At Buffalo
I
and
know.
at Cleveland, you would have
I know.
not.
I know that. But
Cincinnati at home, you would
I'm a
not.
Pittsburgh fan, and
Yeah.
I look at the schedule coming up. They don't have one.
How about if the Chargers look like they're pooping their pants?
They play everybody tough too, though.
Yeah, so it'll be a tough game.
It's a tough game, yes.
It was a bad week for Pitt's division for sure.
Yeah,
Baltimore, Cleveland, and Pittsburgh.
Cincinnati sat out and was happy.
Now Sunday night, like there was a huge egg laid out in Las Vegas. I mean, I don't know what I thought would happen. Kansas City looks like the old Super Bowl team.
They have not played that way in a while.
They played awful.
Yeah, they haven't played that way.
What's up with?
I gotta give more hindrance to LA than give credit to Kansas City. We'll find out.
You think the Raiders?
I thought. Here's why I thought that. They were jumping offside like the old Raiders. Like when they were winning, started to win some games. They had some discipline.
Okay.
They're now losing complete control of themselves.
Oh,
again,
then they're done.
you know.
No, they're done if they do that. No, and I just have Chargers being the Chargers. Play like yesterday, Minnesota goes out there. And this is Minnesota. You want to talk about Jekyll and Hyde. You tell me what they're going to do
Did you see
next.
the stat that came across the thing yesterday?
No.
They're the only team in the league that had a touchdown lead
In every game.
every game.
There you go.
Think about how. So they're dangerous. You understand? I know you don't want to believe that.
No, they're dangerous.
Nobody wants to play them.
No. I said it yesterday. I had a feeling yesterday.
Yeah.
Surely you didn't go by the numbers. I had a feeling. I said, they're going to play them. They play them tough, all right. They played real tough. Philadelphia goes to Denver. There was one Denver had
another one.
They had beaten the Cowboys.
The NFL.
They
Not
had
for long.
beaten the Cowboys. Now they're going on the road. Now if that game was in Philly, I wouldn't have even blinked. That game was at Denver. I said,
for long.
Denver's going to get them.
Not for long.
They got
in the
them
NFL.
all right. They got spanked.
Every game is
Now
different
let's
than you
talk
think.
about the surprise team, the Titans.
Yeah, they're winning every week. I got to give them credit. Their defense is better than I thought it was.
And they lost the freight train.
Yeah, the defense is playing better than I thought they would. I don't think they can win the playoff game without him.
Oh,
That's
he's
my
back,
thinking.
by the way. He's coming back.
Is he coming back?
Absolutely.
Oh,
absolutely. Week 12 or 13.
Then they can win with absolutely. They can win with it, yes.
You know what I thought? I thought, they were playing Kansas City, then they were playing Buffalo. I said, well, they're going to miss the big boy.
Defense stepped up. They didn't miss them offensively.
Oh, yeah.
The defense is playing great.
And this Browns, they have some weapons.
Oh, yeah, they still have it.
Yeah,
and Jones ain't playing either.
No, that's another thing. No, he's hurt. Something's up with him. All right, now, Buffalo comes back. If you were looking at a game yesterday, they said, well, the Jets, Buffalo coming off that embarrassing loss, and they gave it to them. But here's one. The refs and the penalties. We got to talk about that.
No, it's not worth talking about.
It's
You'll make me throw tantrums.
It's awful.
I was listening to the radio coming in. There was 8 straight phone calls came in talking about referees in the NFL. Now, so I thought, this is good because I'm not the only one watching it. It's embarrassed me. The yellow flags come out on every touchdown, every interception, every run. And then you're going to watch the games in January. And you're going to say, man, there's no flags in these games.
And you don't think it's the better teams not making the mistakes?
Oh, no, it has nothing to do with that.
You think it's
the
the
referees
officials?
are told, let the players decide the game. Yeah, it's frustrating. It's so discouraging. It really is.
You know what I have had enough of? A review every time somebody's hat falls off. Let's go to the thing. Let's run over. Let's go.
And they don't get it right anyway.
And they take 3 commercials.
No. If they got it right, that'd be a different story.
No. Remember, we thought
they don't get it right. All they want to do is get it right.
No, absolutely.
Like there'll be the commentator who's a referee in the booth. He'll say,
"Yeah, Jeannie will go." I think.
He's going to say, "This is going to be an interception."
Yeah.
After further review, that play is incomplete. He just doesn't say in 3 seconds.
I know.
So it doesn't work anymore.
We've had him on the radio how many times?
It doesn't work.
How many times have we had him on? And the training and the film watching
and the work.
They need something. Or the game's just.
I know it's judgmental.
Yeah.
I just think the game's too fast.
Too big and too fast.
Too fast.
How about Brady getting ambushed at the Washington yesterday?
NFL.
Man, did he get
beat. NFL.
2 INTs first quarter. Now Dallas comes back big. Next Sunday they're at Kansas City. I think it'll say a little bit about both of them. That should be a nice.
And one thing you don't know about what's going on. You don't want them to lay an egg and you'll say, it's 30-0 game. And next week that team will lose 30-0.
No. But here's one. I got one for you. You don't know this one. They were talking to 2 different guys yesterday after the game. One Lion and Najee
Players
Harris.
or coaches?
Players. Lion and Najee Harris.
Okay.
Neither one knew the game was over. Neither one knew the overtime.
They thought they were still
Najee wanted to keep playing. He was ready to keep playing. they said it's over. He goes, what do you mean it's over? He goes, it's time.
That's awesome.
So that tells you they don't even know the
Jeez.
stinking rules. NBA, just real quick, a lot of altercations early in the year. Any reason?
Yeah, idiots. That's why they're
but I mean, you don't think it's anything to how close they got started again?
Idiots. That's what.
Well, you see What's bringing his brothers to the next game.
They're idiots.
Dokic's brothers.
That's where you go. They're idiots.
They're coming down.
They're all idiots.
Now, how about Simmons? Will he?
They've been baby, George. I believe that.
Yeah.
They've been told since they were 6 years old.
Oh, absolutely.
That you're here, and everybody else. So we're supposed to bow down to you because you can dunk.
Absolutely.
And then all of a sudden, when somebody goes after them, they think this is altercation time.
Yeah.
This is fight time.
That's right. You got to smash the guy in the face.
Hard.
You know, Dokic. He had to.
And no, they all no, but I'm saying that's why he pushed them because Jokic's eating them up. He's been the best player. So now somebody.
He can't guard Jokic. I can tell you that. Will Simmons be out of there ever, or has he hurt his own value?
I wouldn't sign him.
No, you wouldn't sign him for.
I wouldn't sign for anything.
No, he's just too much of a pain, huh?
He can't play. That's why.
How about
if he can really help you? He can't shoot 3-footer.
I'd lock him in a gym with Rick Barry. Honestly, God.
Yes.
Honestly, I put you underhand.
Anybody.
NCAA hoops. You can tell some teams using this portal. It might take Texas a while. Don't count them out. And we saw the Gonzaga score, so you know they're good.
All the way down the thing.
How about Gonzaga?
Yeah. We knew Gonzaga was going to be good, though.
I didn't know they could murder Texas. It tells me they're going to be good.
No, they're number 1 team in the country.
Yeah, it looks that way.
Yeah, no question.
YSU Penn State, I saw it, and nothing either way. I didn't get a read on Penn State or a read on
25 the next game.
YSU, so they could be okay. Mm-hmm. Last year for Krzyzewski, I hope they don't start this rocking chair routine and
they'll do something.
All that nonsense. Got a couple minutes left. Beckham ends up on the Rams. Your thought?
The timing.
But how about now? That bug is lucky. The day he signed, their wide receiver tears his knee. How does that happen?
That might be the greatest blessing that happened for Beckham and for the Rams. Because I think Beckham stinks right now.
Yeah.
But I think he might up his landing now that he knows.
Because they need him.
Yes.
Albert?
Yeah.
Albert, I think I agree with you. I think I agree with it. Saw something I haven't seen before yesterday. I think I got you in this one. Washington scores. The Riverboat Gambler goes for 4th down instead of. It makes it so that unless they would block the point and bring it back for 2, they can't lose. So he took the point and knelt.
It was smart. Yeah, great play.
With Brady,
at least somebody's thinking.
Yeah, even if it didn't work, you'd say, well,
it's the right thing.
Okay,
because you're up 10. Somebody blocks, goes up to 8. You have to do it.
Gruden is suing the NFL. Gruden is saying this: there were 400,000 emails. Why did my 10 get out?
What's the 400,000 he's talking about?
They have 400,000 from the Washington football team.
Oh, so he's talking strip. I thought he was talking about people like me.
No,
like I was going to say.
No.
I want to say to John, hey John.
No.
They could check. Every
email you ever
that's
read.
why I don't feel sorry for him.
Yeah, I got you.
I'm pounding this one.
Yeah.
They can check all my emails.
Yeah, there's none there.
And nothing's going to be said. No. He did it.
Exactly.
You can't, John. You did it. I don't check Washington. Don't check Minnesota.
Yeah.
You screwed up.
But he wants to see the other 390,000.
No, I don't. You can look at all of them.
I know. Well,
I'm
will.
looking at him.
Well, it's not going to come out like he's no good in the heart.
He's no good at all.
That's what you're saying.
No, he's no good.
But that doesn't mean he won't win that.